If you want to sound like this, best off that you're drinking some. Sailors whose natures so plunder and weary traders. Cruises in our verses and sabers like the Crusaders. A fast like a blast from the cannons to mass. Say it fast like the sails taking wind as it pass. That's right. Like a pirate, walk like a pirate, act like a pirate, talk like a pirate, ride like a pirate, walk like a pirate, act like a pirate, talk like a pirate.
We're live, pal? Oh my God.
He is live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Thursday Night Chaser, episode 1 of Wrestling on the Rocks.
I really doubt if we're... No, nothing. I'm just saying I really doubt that ever be copyright.
Oh, well, hey. Yeah. So, hey, I got caught off guard. So, hi, I'm your host, Ms. Amanda Jane. Oh, and with me, of course, as per usual, our buddy Digi. Hey, Digi. How's it going?
Hey! I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting day because you know why?
Well, the opening.
Yeah, and if they didn't know or they're tuning in late, aye, kids. Aye, kids. Hello.
No, that's not how it goes.
How's it go?
It's
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready, kids? Aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Oh, and I'm done.
Yeah, we're done. So we are celebrating, as you can see, who wrestles as a pirate. Four-sided ring.
You're putting on so much effort, more than I did.
I know. Fucking sad. While trying to sing a parody of the SpongeBob to celebrate the only 4 pirates that are in wrestling. So, guys, while we do our favorite game, What's in Your Glass, as we salute our pirate buddies in the ring,
Grog,
we need Grog, our Where's the rum? And I must ask you, did ye? What is in your glass, ye fine sir?
Absinthe. I drank it.
Ooh, very piratey. Very piratey. Me, I've got our regular Coke, but guess what? It's Thursday. You know what we do now. Sponsored, not sponsored. Cherry slush. That's the ultimate pirate's booty, I say. Arg.
I mean, yeah, okay.
It is. It is. So let us celebrate the only 4 pirates that I know of in wrestling. First of all, there's a guy in the Independents currently called the Buccaneer. So cheers, matey.
Arr.
Arg. One for you. The second one, and he does count because he is a captain, is Captain Joey Janela. He sails along the seas of the Eastern Bay in a little port we like to call the town of Oak. Arg. Joey Janela, here's to you, Cap. The next one, she needs no introduction. She is the pirate princess. Kairi Sane. We love you. And we salute you. And finally, ahoy, land ho. And we set our eyes on the most famous of them all, Captain Paul Burchill.
Cheers.
We raise a glass. Aye. Arg. Arg.
Whew.
That's some good grog. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
If you know of other pirates in wrestling, please let us know. I feel like there should be more than 4. Wait, there was one, a black guy. Ohio, saw him at AIW. Lewis London? Yes. I got ARG. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Look him up. But while I do that, let us talk about some birthdays. So happy birthday to NXT champion All Ego, Ethan Page. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Arn Anderson, I might have a gun on me. Probably I do.
Happy birthday, Arn. Double A on Anderson, baby. Master the Spine Buster.
Yeah. He's loaded. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Happy birthday. Ricky Morton. Happy birthday. Fucking
surprised he's still wrestling.
I'm not. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna save this one. Let me keep going. You know who else is celebrating a birthday this week? She's just all over us this week. Our pirate friend Kairi Sane. Happy birthday. I wish I had a pirate hat to wear. You know who else is having a birthday? Delete. That sounded almost like SpongeBob laughing. Okay, never mind. He comes. Think about it.
He's got
Hear
kids.
him laugh.
Right age.
I see SpongeBob. Yeah. Yes. So, Mr. Hardy, sir, happy birthday. One of my favorite ex-members of Suzuki-gun, one that I affectionately call Japanese Bill Murray. And I think you guys probably know why. So happy birthday to Yoshinobu Kinemaru. But you get the Japanese Bill Murray reference, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Someone told me they didn't understand what I was talking about. And I'm like, you seen Lost in Transition? And they're like, yeah. And I go, well, I don't think you really did. So.
Like, sorry, no, you didn't.
Moving on. Fallon Henley, happy birthday. Okay. some of my favorite people coming in here. Sonia Deville, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Aja Kong, happy birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I've got Stephanie McMahon is having her birthday. Happy birthday.
Good for her, man. She made it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Goddamn fucking Shane Haste. TMDK baby. Happy birthday, Shaney. Another one who's celebrating a birthday. Buddy Matthews, happy birthday, sir. Damian Priest having a birthday. Happy birthday. Marufuji. Motherfucking Marufuji. Can you believe he's only 40 fucking 5? That man looks like he's in his fucking mid-30s. God damn it, Marufuji. Happy birthday. God damn.
Yeah, I feel good.
Here. Ortiz. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah.
Eric Rowan. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Mr.
Rabbit, sir.
Mr. Rabbit, sir. And then finally, just double checking my list here because I got a couple. Oh, Oscar. Happy birthday, Oscar. How can I forget you?
Oscar the Beast.
Yep. And finally, this gentleman has to go, I think, fucking last because I think so. Okay. So, my friends, you gotta raise a glass.
Okay.
To the motherfucking god of this shit. MDK. All fucking day. Happy birthday, Nick Gage. God fucking damn it.
Fucking Nick Cage.
Nick fucking Gage. Nick fucking Gage. That's all I'm going to say. So, friends, if you or one of your favorite wrestlers has a birthday coming up, please tell us because we'd love to shout them out on our little show. Next week, again, we're going to have a lot of good birthdays next week, too. So, I'm a little excited about that. I'm a little excited about that one. I'm just kind of previewing it myself, and I'm just smiling ear to ear. All right.
Coming up here soon, have Shotzi and Scarlett are going to be Halloween again.
Oh, fun.
Which, if you guys have never experienced this, you've missed out. They do all sorts of shit like going to various haunted locations, all sorts of stuff.
Yes. Didn't they do one in Zach Bagans' museum?
Yes.
Yeah.
They also did one in that one bar, and they brought Karen Cross with them, and he was like, "Oh hell no."
Oh, oh God, what's that bar's name?
Yeah.
Mickey something's Music World or something like that.
Yeah.
And you would think that fucking Karrion Kross would not be all, oh hell no. One would think. Well, I guess not.
Yeah. Well, he was not a fan. Like he's very particular. Kind of cool because you get a chance. Shotzi, Scarlett, and a few others. They're spooky all day, every day.
Oh yeah. Like, totally.
You know, this is what I hang my headphones on.
Oh. What is that?
That is an alien face hugger.
Oh.
You know the movie Aliens?
Yeah, I know the movie Aliens, yes.
I've been watching that shit for as long as I can remember.
Did you know that that's what Colt Cabana named his dog?
What? Ripley?
His dog's name is Ripley.
Yes, I did. One day I will get a chance to talk to the man in person. One day.
Yeah.
I have so many wacky fucking questions to ask him that he has never had asked.
Really? If you started out with, hey, you know, Amanda, and you go, oh.
No. No. I'm so much more clever than.
No, I just like the fucking reaction.
Like, so what's your favorite wrestling podcast? And he says anything else, I'm like, really, dude? Really? Come on. You had one opportunity.
You had one answer.
You have one job. One
job. One fucking job.
I just want to
Yeah.
know what his secret is to getting drywall off of it.
Oh, Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody has ever asked him, "Oh, how did you get the drywall off of you?" Nobody. Nobody
No.
fucking asks. He has a
Mhm.
secret. Why are we not learning this secret?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And how come it took you a awfully long amount of time before you decided to call yourself the Kool-Aid Man and put it on your Instagram? I wonder why.
I,
I know
I,
that fucking back of that fucking head.
oh yeah.
Okay. So, because we're talking about you know who, and I'm sure like some of our watchers by now are like, why the fuck is Phil goddamn Brooks on my goddamn fucking background? He's trolling Ricky Starks,
Yep.
just as AEW is trolling Ricky Starks. So, is this symbolism? Goddamn right it is. Well, that too. But, anyways,
Bill Brooks has a very interesting going to come along if you pay attention. Just so, will give you a hint.
Phil Brooks is also an asshole. So, you know.
There were many of our favorites from the '80s. I mean,
No,
I
one of my favorites from the '80s is not an asshole.
do.
Fucking Hillbilly Jim. Tell me he's an asshole. He's a very nice man. I had like a 4-hour fucking conversation with the guy. WrestleCon San Jose was fucking great. Nicest man in the fucking world. So nice. So nice. You could tell, like I played with my little brothers. We had the LJN dolls. I always fucking read for goddamn Hillbilly
Oh,
Jim because he looked
where he
fucking
had
nice.
the fucking hat and his arms would
The
just do
fucking hat.
this.
Yep. The coveralls. Yeah.
Hell
But he
yeah,
looked so
dude.
happy. He looked so happy. And
He
it wasn't
always looked
forced.
happy.
Like he always looked happy. That
Like
man
even in the
cannot be an
ring.
asshole. You cannot fucking be that happy looking and be an asshole. I'm sorry.
No. There's a point of being too happy, and that makes
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I feel like that needs to be a bougie category. Biggest asshole in wrestling.
Oh, that there's a lot of people. Actually, I'll be right back. Why don't you start that conversation right now?
I mean, okay, wow. Throw me to the fucking wolves. I see how it is. I mean, yeah, I guess to a degree, we know Amanda go the Phil Brooks route or maybe the route. Me, I'm not so sure I'd go that route. I kind of feel like, you should take the kayfabe and the other end of things to play. And if we're gonna do that, I think that Finn Balor definitely deserves the top because he has been a prick for like most of the year, if not all of last year. He kind of needs that recognition for being a really good heel because much like Dominic Mysterio has transcended heel and face to now there's a double face alternative and a double heel alternative. And that's fucking scary if you think about it. When your top heel goes even more heel, that's a lot. That's not something many performers can say. And he's only what a couple of years into his career, you know. Maybe that might change my vote a little bit. Maybe Dominic Mysterio needs to be the biggest asshole in the business because it's the kind of brutal thing to do. Or on an aside, we could always do Orange Cassidy, who did in fact pay an entire fine with pennies on somebody's car, because that's kind of an asshole-ish thing to do. God, we are so not getting monetized. Anyway, um, so I guess that all being said, maybe it's a matter of personal interpretation. I would love to hear what our fans and our colleagues out there have to say who's the biggest asshole of the year in professional wrestling. And I don't think we limit it to just, playing a gimmick. I think it should be open to all in turns. And I know that you're gonna get a lot of Logan Paul shit, but I think if we sift through the most obvious and get down to the nitty gritty, we'd find that there's some really fantastic heel work that we could all get behind and maybe show a little bit more of an appreciation. I think for me the biggest face turn I've ever seen, kayfabe or otherwise, this last year has been JBL. Because holy fuck, who saw that coming? You know, he didn't just do you know fucking TNA. He also did AAA. It's like holy shit, dude. He's-
Yeah. You know,
yeah,
I put you under the bus because it was such a good topic, but it really wasn't putting you under the bus. But
yeah.
it is a very good topic. And honestly, I was sitting there thinking to myself as I had to go away real quick. Um, I'm actually not, even though yes, I will say Phil Brooks and I will say like
I
Will
said Phil
Ospreay,
Brooks, Tony Khan would be kind of in your top tier.
kind of, but you know who's one that I think kind of would probably, I don't know, would probably like fucking maybe kind of sort of like shock people that I would say. I'd say Randy Orton is up there.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
the confines of it is it can be kayfabe or not,
Mhm.
and it is preferred. It is not your most knee jerk reaction,
Yeah.
which Orton
Taven
would be.
in all, yeah, Orton, Taven character wise and as a person, yes. Um Bully Ray.
I
Mhm.
was going to go with Finn Balor. I mean, he's been a dick for a minute. Like,
Well, I'll say this. Actually, it was funny. Marsh and I saw him when we were in LA when we went to the the Mania Superstore
mm,
in LA, and we happened to walk through the Marriott and the JW Marriott that and Ritz Carlton where they were staying at, and all the fan people and whatever, right? And it's very interesting to me that no one noticed him in particular. Oh, I did
that's what
because
makes him scary.
yeah, and I noticed him right away because my spidey senses were tingling. I actually noticed a lot of people right away that people didn't even notice were there. That's how, like, incognito people were. I don't think that he's that. It's just more of one of these things of there are certain people, and I happen to find that some of the fucking people from the UK
Hmm.
can be a little standoffish,
Oh,
you know?
and I'm thinking about it in terms of the character Finn Balor.
Oh, yeah, well,
Oh,
duh, yeah, no.
like the
But
last
if you
year, he's plotted a coup against his own team. He's fucked
Mhm,
two of his former teammates out of pretty much everything. He
yeah,
has done so much, and to top it all off, blames them for the reason why he's an ass. I mean,
well,
because the only other alternative I had, and I've really been judged here, is fucking Dominic Mysterio. But I think that's easy of an answer.
mhm.
You want a real hard answer, you know?
Well, some people can really say John Cena circa fucking Total Divas or whatever that show was when Nikki Bella moved in with him.
Yeah, well,
But my thing was this, when you're fucking like he came from, "Hey,
Phyllis.
Willis, I knew you'd say something, Willis. How's it going?" I'm saying it's because there's some trolling today, a la the guy in the corner over here. See this
Yep.
guy, this little muscle right here, Willis? Don't you know who that is? Do you not know? Oh, I'm sorry. There's no picture of his ass. I know you couldn't tell, nor could you see his fucking black guy fade. So, yes, you couldn't tell. That could have been like Austin Theory. No, I mean, nobody knows.
I know.
I know.
Austin Theory has a higher shoulder.
Austin Theory is also not a very good wrestler. So,
I don't think
anyways,
he has to be punchable.
yeah, we could say that. Yeah. Um, if you want to go there with people's characters and who's like kind of, well, no, okay, I could say this. Like, a lot of the luchadors, if they don't want to talk to you, they'll just pretend that they don't speak English. I think that's fucking rude as fuck.
It's hilarious though.
It is hilarious, but if I were to like a fucking luchador and then all of a sudden they just want to pretend they don't speak English to me, then fuck you. You're gonna have to take my fucking US dollars.
I think
Yeah, I'll buy that shirt in a peso.
I'll buy that for $1.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, didn't the Wild Samoa go?
I think so. Technically, people could say Manser's gimmick is fucking. He's an asshole. I mean, technically, you could say that. Blake Christian, DCW, Cardona, but Cardona can be a dick sometimes.
But those are so easy. They're not. They're.
Yeah.
They're
You want a hard
clearly
one?
visual. Yes, give
You
me a
want
hard
a hard
one.
one?
A
I'll
hard
give
one
you
over
a
the
hard
last
one.
year. For the last year.
Over the last year, let's say
That confines of the last year really gets you, doesn't it?
yeah, the confines of the last year really does.
I'm thinking about a yearly category.
You can kind of say Hangman.
I mean, yeah, I guess in promo style.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that.
Yep.
Didn't somebody laying in the fucking ring?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't he hit somebody in the face with a really wicked chair shot? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Trent Beretta was pretty asshole-ish before he put himself on the shelf.
Yeah, but if I was gonna go, in a tier, I definitely would give you Hank.
Okay. Even his mom was upset with him. Sue.
Well,
fucking poor Sue, god damn it. Jesus Christ.
Sue knows it's a work though.
I know. God damn it. Sue should win an award. Best mom.
Fuck yeah, dude. Why don't we have
fucking
that?
Trump's Marsha Cabana in her fucking checking account with her son?
That's true. That's true.
Gunther, maybe?
I don't see him as really being an asshole. I think he's just very much
confident in himself.
He's psychological. He's fucking with every opponent that gets in there because if you're not good enough to stand it through a few words, how the fuck are you going to beat him in the ring? That's kind of where my head is. It's a head game thing.
Yeah.
Like the Pure Fusion the PFC, Pure Fusion Collective. Those ladies all qualify as assholes. Every one of them. Together, they're just more powerful.
Yeah. Tony Schiavone.
But isn't he just saying what we all think?
No, because sometimes he says some fucking shit. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, for real. For real.
Some buddies in his.
But he's been getting worse though this year.
Getting tired of this shit.
Well, he sure makes a lot of money. Tony Khan pays him a lot of money, so
you can make a lot of money and still not sacrifice.
True.
Now,
you could say the new fucking Okada that I love right now is an asshole. The bitch maker. I mean, but
yeah.
But here's the thing, though. It's like great because it's like it's funny because it's like totally fucking just it's god awful. And that's what makes it funny for me because it's god awful, but it's fucking great because fucking he's like, I left fucking Japan for this. I give no fucks. That's what I love about it. I mean, in that way too. So,
well, no, I mean that's That is a very good point, though. I mean,
Mhm.
I think the comedy takes
Mhm.
away from it, but
Mhm.
all in all, absolutely.
Mhm.
Especially a lot of the
Oh yeah.
off, like there's been some vignettes where he's been kind of buddying up to Mercedes, and when somebody
Mhm.
like tries to get her attention, he shoos them off and calls them a bitch. I'm all like that's
Yep. That's the fucking greatest. I guess somebody had a sign yesterday. I did not really watch wrestling this week. That said, Okada and Mercedes sitting in a tree.
that would be adorable.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I don't know. I thought he was married. Someone said he was married to Kyrie Sane. I've heard that he was married to some fucking Korean pop, whatever, or J-pop princess. I don't know. He's a
I hope
mystery.
I'm gonna find that out right.
Hmm. Hmm. Now people are trying to say that he fucking broke up Mercedes' marriage. I'm like, I don't think so.
I
No,
doubt it.
no. But I guess it is official now that the good doctor is no longer with Adam Cole. Bye bye.
Um,
Yes, we've now become that podcast. Yeah.
let's see. They don't know who he is, but he is not a pro wrestler.
Oh, her new old man.
Her her current old man, she never changed. He is not a current wrestler, and that's the thing.
Oh, so the guy, no, but the guy she was married to, she's divorcing.
Maybe
He was
I
the
don't
guy who
know.
did her gear.
Oh no, no, no. That's Hades. Hades,
Oh, who are you talking about? Oh, Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mercedes gives a whole bunch of wishy-washy, honest things. Probably felt she was big for him and fucked away a long sort of relationship. He'll learn from that in the end.
Oh, here's his wife. Oh my god, she's really cute. Her name is Suzuko Mimori. Oh my god, she is adorbs. Hold on here. Oh my god. You gotta take a look at her. She is so cute. Oh my god. She's like, let me put you in my pocket. She's 38 going on 12. Oh my god. She's a fucking Japanese Polly Pocket. What the fuck? Wow. Holy shit. And yes, she's a voiceover actress in anime
Oh,
shit. Mm-hmm.
how very weeb.
Mm-hmm. She's also done some dubbing in Japanese. So if you watch any of some of the My Little Pony movies in Japanese, that is who she is. She's voiced over. She was Pinkie Pie in My Little Pony, the movie in Japan.
Yep, the voice.
How
Oh
cute.
my god.
Hmm.
Kawaii.
Did you look at her? She's fucking, I
Yes,
swear to God, like I said, she's 38 going on 12. Holy shit. That's what's
fucking
banging
adorable.
that's his wife. Fucking adorable. Holy shit. Holy shit. Damn. Damn. You know, it's been rumored to say that Julia and Zack Sabre Jr. are an item.
No,
I don't think so. But that's a rumor. But I'm like, no. No. No.
that is a rumor.
No.
Which speaking of that, as an aside, Julia,
Mm-hmm.
well done.
Mm-hmm.
Her English is really good for the mic. She's really
Oh yeah.
she makes matches, which is
Oh
what we
yeah.
kind of need. I'm here.
We need that. I'm so here for it too. I'm fucking loving it. I am beyond loving it. Beyond. So God, a lot of shit going on in signings today apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so it's official. I guess now. Lucha Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
WWE,
Lucha Brothers, Motor City Machine Gun,
Guns.
and a
But
couple others.
there's one missing.
Uh, yeah, I'm hearing that, but I'm also understanding a lot of.
But you see, here's what I'm not understanding is I've been led to believe
Mhm.
that it was up in June.
Right, but you also have to figure there's a non-compete. The typical standard is
Is that
like,
what Tony Khan did to everybody? But that when you look at it, that's not true.
well, there's a lot we don't know about their contract. Uh,
Hmm.
but if they were even halfway in the vein of WWE, non-compete. So out at June, that puts him right around for
Nobody will want him December. Nobody will want him.
nobody wants anybody during December.
No. Mm-mm. So then I guess
Well, and they because of the influx of AEW talent, there are very few they haven't had to reach.
yeah.
So figured that that's what they're doing is adjusting it more towards that style. It makes there's
I don't know. I mean, he's obviously not doing anything.
no, but he's
And
staying for the
certain
most part quiet.
yeah, and certain people were when their contract had ended, they were free to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Certain people negotiated their contract this
Yeah. That's another reason why I said you don't want to go there.
lesson learned.
Lesson learned. No one will ever tell me, yeah, you were right.
I will. I've told you were right.
No, but that's not what counts.
Oh, I see how it is.
What?
Sorry, that was so funny. I had to do
Yeah, that was very funny.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, everyone is like commenting on it. I don't know why Fightful is like, oh, Ricky hasn't been backstage, as of late. Motherfucker, he hasn't been backstage since the last time he wrestled.
Yep.
Are you? Oh, no, actually, no. He was backstage when he got his balls checked.
Because
You
that's a
can't pull it.
requirement.
That was a requirement. I'm like, your balls are probably fine. What I would probably worry about is not your balls.
No, right now, I think a lot of the Fightfuls, dirt sheets, pretty much all devolved at some juncture to dirt sheets.
Hmm.
Um, they're too busy trying to maintain their way in the pecking order through honest reporting.
Yeah.
With Dave running his mouth last week and
Hmm.
some of these sheets just saying a whole lot of nothing for no reason.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, the Lucha Brothers are confirmed signed. Great.
Hmm.
All right. But who else is getting signed? They didn't want to talk about some of the more indie names that were brought in.
Hmm.
Like Delta's been signed and nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah.
And Delta's one of the premier women's wrestlers from our generation.
Mhm. You know what? Some people need to be talking about. This is why I wore this shirt today. It was announced at House of Glory for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know who I also believe in? Goddamn Joey fucking Janela.
There.
Mm-hmm. That I cannot wait to see.
Which, speaking of Joe Hendry, apparently he just registered his stuff personally.
Good on him.
Mm-hmm. Smart
Very
move.
wise. Very smart move.
I could think of a very few, and the lady who was the progenitor of that idea.
Yeah. You know, um, there was people with names. Did you see that weird name WWE filed for?
No,
Like
no, I didn't.
Harlem. Hold on, I'll pull it up. I thought it was ridiculous. Uh, um,
Harlem. If it's something Harlem, it's generally Booker T related.
hold on, let me see what it was. Let's see, Harlem. Hold on. Everyone thought it was Ricky. I said no.
No,
It was Harlem.
he's not a Harlem guy.
Hold on here. Hold on. No. Just because he's black, don't mean that, Hold on. I was reading it and I just had to laugh because I was like, are you fucking people stupid? Good God. Let's see
To be
here.
fair, yes.
Yeah. Let me see here. This was a, let's see here. Hold on, read and let me find it. Oh, here, Harlem Lewis. No, I
No,
wonder who
no,
that
that's
could
not him at all.
be. Mm-mm.
No, 'cause they're gonna take him. They're gonna
Now,
take him at name. Not gonna
yeah,
otherwise.
and it's his name. That's the biggest thing. So there's a thing. Apparently, everyone, this is a thing. Is uh, what is your take on Ricky Starks staying with with AEW? Do you think they should just let him go if he does not want to be there? We've said this before in episode 1, I believe.
Get episode 0.5.
No shit. Episode 1, episode 1.1.11111, whatever. My thing is this. Anyone who's fucking has a brain cell, I think pretty much knows that Ricky's only fucking being held captive because Tony Khan has a fucking huge fucking, grudge with one of his besties. And, I'm sure others who are associated with Cody Rhodes. So my thing is this: Tony, get over it. Get over it.
I don't think that's the case though, and I'll make a
What do you
case.
think it is? What do you think
I
it is?
I honestly think it is down to contractual holdover because they're not using him. They can barely keep the roster that they've got. They're not going to have anything.
Well, then, if you don't have anything and you're just sitting there, why pay him?
Contracts are
Just sit there.
contracts. There's a
But you can
requirement.
buy it out. Just say,
Yep.
hey.
But who says he saved the money to buy out his own contract?
No, or
he,
I'm saying they could just be like, or you can say, just let me go. I don't care. You don't have to pay me. Just let me go. Just end their shit. Because
contractual
it's not doing.
releases are not as common as you
I know.
like. For every one story we hear about a release, there's another 20 guys and gals that are, might be wanting the release but not getting it. And it's like, and that's a thing. And if he knows that in terms of business, little curtaining, if they know that a talent, like look at Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Ethan Page pretty much sat ass on the shelf for about 6 months, then showed up, and then bam. Could they have let him go when he initially asked? Absolutely. Because they knew what they had. That's the case with Stark.
It's been the place with Ricky Starks.
And whether he goes to main roster, no roster, performance center, he should be thanking his lucky fucking stars somebody for him at some point.
Yep.
Because that AEW right now is, I've seen it, land of the misfit toys. You either are a misfit toy or you're turned into, which is why seeing somebody of the caliber of Thunder Rosa fucking hurts my soul. Deanna Perrazzo hurts my soul. There are so many wonderful people that could do so much better
Mhm.
elsewhere. It's like this is the first time since his debut at the original All In that Orange Cassidy has showed a personality. Just recently.
Mhm.
Now, mind you, the rest of the world who knows he has a personality,
Yeah.
but they failed to do that. It's like Danhausen. Might not like what you've seen on TV, but if you go to some of his earlier work, there's a reason he got to where he was, not because he's darling, but because he was good and crafted in the way that he worked.
Hmm.
And, injured or not, what do they do with him? Fucking nothing. We're coming up on Halloween. They're going to do fuck all with it.
Mhm.
And that's unfortunate. Meanwhile, you're going to have a Halloween habit. You're more than likely going to have a Shotzi or a Scarlet or a Wendy Chu, if not Decay,
Yeah.
part of that pay-per-view. You know, there's this, it's a difference. There are people that are being released and being kept, and it's done in a very particular manner in both companies. WWE, when they're releasing people, they're releasing them cold because they're
Yeah.
focusing on what can we use and when can we use it, right?
Mhm.
Whereas AW is buying up a bunch of people and then not using them.
Yeah.
And that has led certain entities in the wrestling space to believe that when they call somebody's not going to get used, that they're all of a sudden an insider. When
Mhm.
99% of it is just obvious fact. If you're getting signed to AEW, you might have a good 6-month run at best. And then you're going to be back in fucking catering for one of 6 people. And some gimmicks take longer than 6 months. And the fucking New Day is one of the most decorated tag teams in wrestling, period. And it took them like a year and a half to get their gimmick over. Because initially it was thought by the public they were just the atypical um, black guy pander gimmick.
Hmm.
But, and here we are now, we have this opportunity where they're about ready to freshen it up. And, people are getting upset.
Hmm.
Like, dude, if you don't allow talent and the gimmick to grow, then it's going to become stale. Like Hulk Hogan might be an icon in the business, right?
Yeah.
But by the time we reached the NWO, his entire gimmick, his persona, everything was so fucking stale.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. Led to indifference. Always knew what was going to happen.
Mhm.
The big shock for his career was when he showed up for the NWO thing, which was a poetry in motion moment, um, and something that people will never forget. It is, in my opinion, what made the NWO as successful as it was, not
Mhm.
just for presentation, but because you had this icon and then more icons later that turned their backs on the crowd and emphasized what's different. So, a lot of these things are not news. They're
Yeah.
not, they're obvious. We all knew, at least for the first match or two, the Wyatt Six was going to be a hot fucking success. Here
Mhm.
we are months down the line. They're a success so far. They're still riding that line, but it's there.
Yeah.
Much in the same way with Ricky Starks. Every time we started to get the purposes of AEW, top of the card, the rug got pulled up underneath so that one of the particular individuals, one of their five, because they have 5 men, 5 women, to do whatever the fuck they want. That is what cost him. And is it any fault of his own? No. If they had allowed it to happen organically, they could have made a fuck ton of. It's like Gentleman Jack Perry, for everything that he is entertaining to watch, but he is not, as some dumbasses term, a needle mover. He's just not. And love him or hate him, they traded CM Punk for Jack Perry. And then they put nothing behind Jack Perry to put him on the level of CM Punk and a surprise when nobody gives a shit. And you have these dumbass dirt sheets taking a situation like that and turning into this hipster culture of, well, it's not the same thing, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit, dude. You should fucking know better by now. You just be public, readers, your watchers.
Mhm.
What's on your mind?
Well, all I know is this.
Okay.
Is I'm just kind of at this point with all of this stuff. It's just like, it's just a big game.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of at the point now where I'm just like, it's almost not fun anymore.
Yeah.
But but it is what it is, I guess. That's how I'm kind of feeling about fucking state of fucking, indie wrestling around me. Because, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm just kind of like,
My indie show near me was actually pretty good. I didn't get a chance to go because I didn't have to talk about, to them that I'm part of the media.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely love to talk about some of their talent come over. I mean, for what our audience is, I think it'd be cool to bring, a couple of new names to people's vocabulary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will say this: I champion that around my area. But now, if you're giving people fucking work who fucking don't know how to work and injure people, that gotta fucking think about that. And then now there's another promotion that's by us that's fucking. I have to talk to Willis about this, but kind of a little disappointed. So Oasis Pro is having their first like fucking wrestler seminar, and the person who it is, in his own way, is kind of problematic.
True.
Eli Everfly. Not as a predator, but he's been known to beat on his physical abuser. Mm-hmm. And I was told that I was a liar, but I've heard this a couple of times.
Well,
so, but whatever it is, what it is. But I will say this again: I don't understand why certain people get past. I'm not going down that rabbit hole again. But yeah. So, anyways, that's just gonna make me angry. Speaking of kind of being angry, in a way, I found an interesting thing on YouTube 2-3 days ago.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to have you watch it. I
tell me more.
it was clickbait. It's about Marty. It was kind of clickbaity in its own weird way.
Okay.
And I will tell you how it was clickbaity. Okay, so I went on YouTube and I actually was wanting to watch um I was wanting to watch a particular match of uh I was trying to find if I could watch Progress, and I wanted to see the first one because it was Marty versus Zack Sabre Jr. And I wanted it was a big thing, and I wanted to see it, right? So when I typed in, and I'm doing this now so I can look, um, so I can see what it was that got me. I had went in, and then automatically always go to filter by upload date. So there was a interview that was put, not an interview, but it's was a thing called the Rise and Fall of Marty Scurll, and it was from a month ago,
Yeah, I saw
right?
it.
You saw the interview?
Yeah, it was trash, old footage that like it was nothing.
It was weird, but obviously it was an interview. I don't know when it was taken.
It was an older interview, much older.
Like, when you say it's much older, like what would you say it was? Like,
I would say it's right around the time of the accusation.
I don't know because there are some things like he was saying, but it didn't make sense because of the timing, because some of these things hadn't happened yet in AEW.
Right. But that doesn't mean anything.
Mhm.
Mark to the of this. He's a
No,
booker and a damn good one in his own right.
yeah.
So
There were some things that were interesting in me, and then there were some things that kind of irritated me, and I think you know what kind of irritated me, but I don't know. But
the
I just was
lack of journalistic integrity.
that too. That too. But
Like,
yeah, I was like, I don't know, like, what way you're trying to, like, what in what way are you, like, trying to, like, go after, but I don't know, it just kinda just wasn't it was kinda
yeah,
trash, but I was
it's
just, like, a little disappointed that people are putting shit out like that, and I'm just like, I'm over it.
well, and it's clickbaity for the only subject they talk about. They do
Yeah.
not talk to the man. The man won't talk to them. So of course they're gonna make his. I could almost tell you why it happened. Why that whole thing. It was so and so wanted an interview. He said no, and that was their response to it. Because that's the way a lot of the drama channels work, especially
Got
when they're
it.
trying desperately and they're the dark. They're really just dark side of their.
Yeah,
You
true.
know, far
Mhm.
be it for the fact that the guy's been working, you know, quite well for some time
I
without
know.
the locker room hero.
Mhm. He needs to be on It's time, he needs to be back. I'm sorry, I keep saying that.
Oh, I
He
don't. I'm not arguing it. I think that he needs a good machine company behind him.
Yeah.
It won't be AEW
Nope.
because, as the kids say, they don't know how to handle.
No. And then also too, I have this weird feeling in my gut that his friends probably might not be there too much longer.
Nope. I've.
Yeah.
I'm going to say within a year.
Yeah.
Within a year from today,
Mhm.
you're going to see the Young Bucks by Pillars back. The ones that have only been acting in the force thing of make new stars.
Or the other thing is adios amigos.
Yep.
Mhm.
They've already started appearing at shows.
Yep. Mhm. I wouldn't
Now,
be surprised. Oh
like,
yeah. Speaking of part of the elite, did you guys see that? Did you see that Kenny is actually been working out in the ring?
hmm,
Mm-hmm. With who of all people?
I don't know. Why don't you tell him?
Fucking Kota Ibushi.
It's
God bless him. God bless that human little living sex doll, as I like to call him, because he does look like one of those fucking living sex dolls. Okay, don't tell me he does not.
well, I don't have a frame of reference, but like,
No, but I've seen them like on not but no, but there's this look to them that they have this like look to them, and they're. I know you're giving me shit. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, I've been saying that for quite a long time. Someone I know bit that off of me. I'm like, I can always tell with certain fucking wrestling things that I said, yeah, it'll fucking trend with people. They're like, oh my god, Kota Bushi looks like a sex doll. I'm like, yeah, I wonder who said that.
yeah, like I don't know. Maybe because I'm on camera saying it like in advance.
Or even before I was on camera when Ocean Spray fucking everybody knows. I'm like, if you fucking think that you fucking made up, I call like someone's like, oh my god, I call him Ocean Spray. You don't. You didn't make that shit up. My iPhone did, and I interpreted it that way. Okay? Yeah. So
Yeah,
fuck you, and fuck you. Even he will probably tell you, you didn't come up with that. That fucking bitch over there fucking did. She fucking hates me. Yeah. Respect. I will fucking
yeah.
put respect on my name, fucking Will Osprey. There you go, motherfucker. You may hate me, but I know you'll have my back at least with that one.
Well,
Just saying. Just saying.
and here's something fun, like
Hmm.
something I've observed since we're on the topic of
Yeah.
why is it
Mhm.
that WWE fans get behind each other, rally about a great product.
Okay.
AEW fans,
Because they don't have a great product that they watch.
really
First of
think
all,
that's the case?
no, I think part of it is that with AEW, okay,
Hmm.
AEW was supposed to appeal to a fan like me, with an indie wrestling junkie, right?
Hmm.
That it was supposed to appeal to me. It was supposed to be um the when they say it's supposed to be the alternative, yeah, it was for the person like me that was like, I don't like these fucking stupid storylines that don't make fucking sense, right? I
Hmm.
don't, I didn't want X, Y, and Z, right? But then when Marsh had convinced me to come on this little show, and he wanted to do a night where he wanted to take someone, and I'll go there right now. If you guys don't like me on having a platform, go to at Ref Marsh on X or on Instagram and tell him, and he'll probably tell you this is the reason why, is because he wanted to take somebody who was me, who did not watch the WWE. I was just independence only, right? And watching AEW. But even then, I really wasn't watching a lot of AEW. I only started really watching when my fucking people were showing up there. Let's be real. Um,
Hmm.
but he wanted me to watch, and I mean, because we were talking NWA kind of then, but then the pandemic, whatever. But he wanted to know from me, like with NXT, because these are people that I knew and I was familiar with, and what great things they were doing and how it was different. So that's how that suckered me in. Okay. But
Hmm.
AEW never really, never really gave me what I was promised.
Okay.
Okay. So a lot of times I think that there are two camps of AEW. There are ones that are people like me that go back to like I always say it, episode 1, we go back to the original All In, and there was a spurt that was the one that sparked the movement. But that never happened. It was like really great in theory. and everyone was on board, but they got bamboozled by a Svengali using his father's money.
That's so
Let's
fucking
go there.
funny.
Let's go there. It's like he was fucking Lou Pearlman, making boy bands, except he had to use his father's money. He didn't have money or whatever, or pretended to have money, you know. And I think that that's where, like, with the fans, is they, from moment one, Tony Khan tried to make people, these people who were fans, quote unquote, they were noobs, right? And they became these like fucking fake influencers. Okay. And these people all fucking feel entitled and feel like that's my fucking company because Tony Khan said so. They fed into his bullshit. He fucking handpicked a lot of these fucking people, and everybody knows we can name these people. You can look at who they are and you can name them.
Mhm.
Okay. Because if you were to say to me, Amanda, have you ever seen X person at fucking I don't know, PWG? No, never seen them there. Or, oh, Amanda, have you heard of this person? No, who's that? Oh, yeah, no, they, just they're huge fans of, like, let's just say the Young Bucks. I'm like, no, I know some of like the biggest fucking Young Bucks fans out there. And no, I'm not talking about you, fake Yarn Bucks girl. Not talking about you. Not. There are other people out there who don't have to fucking make bullshit up and whatever. But anyways, so AEW, Tony Khan, he like made some of these fucking, I don't even say nerdy, but some of these people who felt like I have no voice it in the fucking, or any skin in the WWE game or whatever, TNA, whatever. I don't have any skin. He made them, gave them an outlet and gave them the opportunity to have a voice. And they're just biased to, they'll do whatever. If Tony Khan wanted them to fucking he'll like fucking shit on a plate and say, eat my shit, they would fucking do it. And they would love
Right.
it. And they would tell you how much they love it and how great it was. Greatest thing since sliced bread. That is the fucking atypical AEW fan. They don't know how to fucking play in the sandbox with other people. They don't.
So let me boil this down to the way I'm gonna understand.
Mhm,
What you're saying is that because of the way it evolved,
mhm,
the audience became part of the problem.
mhm.
They were
Absolutely.
they were granted a sense of entitlement and ownership in something they didn't actually have
Yep.
because it isn't the same thing that they watched, when the
Mhm.
magic happens, the lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it was supposed to be an alternative, how come you're assigning everybody like all the rejects or the people that weren't happy in X company, or they were big stars there and their contracts up? How come they kept signing people like that?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't need John Moxley. They
No,
could have
but
survived without him.
they do need him now.
They do need him now, but then they didn't. They didn't need Christian Cage.
No, nobody needs.
Technically, they really didn't need Chris Jericho, but you know, well,
They didn't need fucking Adam Copeland either.
nope. They didn't need I'll tell you, they didn't need goddamn Brian Danielson. They didn't
Nope.
need Claudio Castagnoli. They did
Nope.
not need Miro. They did not need just looking through they did not need Phil Brooks. They did not need
So I'm going to adjust what I was just.
okay.
It's not that they didn't need them. It's that when they had them, it was not for the sake of being them. It was for the sake of a booster shot. Think of it like that,
Mhm.
where if the cancer that is WWE, as somebody was saying, that every time they bring in somebody, WWE is generally playing on nostalgia. And that is why they keep bringing these people in, not because they need them per se, but because they need them. If allowed to sit where it is now, the product is going to wither and die.
Yeah.
That's what my thought is.
Yeah.
Because I found it interesting because people were like, I will disagree. I do think they needed a Claudio Castagnoli, but they needed him in a way that if we're going to train the next generation of stars,
Mhm.
you put that man in the performance center. Brian Danielson, you put that man in the performance center. Chris
Uh-huh.
Jericho, for whatever reason, you put his ass in the performance center. You put them in a place that they can take their talents, their skills, get paid, not injure themselves, and teach the next generation.
Mhm.
Um, like if you look at some of the people that are, in the performance center with WWE, most of these guys, gals, are legends. Are people that
Yeah.
know how the shit works, time tested and proven, and and maybe it's the infancy of company. I want to say,
Okay.
you know, I but that I do think you've hit a point there where there's the sense of entitlement that comes with some of these fans, and part of it I think is a mixed message too. You know, you walk in, you start out, your first thing is that the wins and losses are going to matter, and then they don't, and it's just that quick of how little they matter. They get called
Mhm.
out for not having any plot because for the longest
Yeah.
time they didn't, and they still really don't.
Yeah.
Uh, but they got called
Mhm.
out for it, and all of a sudden, magically knee jerk reaction. You
Mhm.
know, like when you can. I saw something today that kind of hit the nail for me. Was
Okay.
105 wrestlers something 5 years? 105.
Uh-huh.
And my first thought was, well, fuck me, that's a lot of people.
Wait, was it like what, the top 105 wrestlers, and
Yeah,
that was supposed to be?
yeah.
Let
5
me look
wrestlers
this up.
over so many years or something like that. I just retained that the memory factor said that it was a large fucking number that was unnecessary.
Oh, here it is.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see here. Hold on here. There was, hold on here. Let me see. There was one that was uh I've seen ones that were like the top 10 men and women's wrestlers in AEW for last year.
Yeah, now you're seeing I just pointed
I
it
don't
out.
know how I feel about this. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but like when I look at, okay, who are the top 5, who are the top 10 men's and women? So the men's from 10 to 10 through 6, 10 was Hangman, 9 was Swerve, 8 was Ricky, 7 was Claudio, 6 was Eddie. Then it was number 5 was Christian, number 4 was Mox, number 3 was Brian Danielson, number 2 was Orange Cassidy, and number 1 was MJF. The women, this was from last year. The women, that one went from number 10 was Jade Cargill, 9 was Saraya, 8 was Jamie Hayter, 7 was Sky Blue, 6 was Julia, 5 was Statlander, 4 was Willow Nightingale, 3 was Athena, 2 was Sheeta, and number 1 was Tony Storm.
Now, if
I agree with that, kind of, sort of.
if you look at that list, doesn't really matter what time frame you're using.
Yeah. Hmm.
How many of those people are fresh departures from WWE for their top talent?
Out of those 10 of the men, it was what, 7? No, hold on. It was about it's 50-50 with the men.
And the women?
Uh, two, two.
No, because you have Athena,
Oh, three. Athena, Soraya,
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm. Hmm. Yeah.
Now, let's break that down a little further. We removed the names from the men. Who do you
Okay.
have left? You have like an MJF.
MJF, Swerve, Hangman Ricky, and why am I missing somebody? Unless that was 50-50.
Check the list.
Orange Cassidy.
Okay. Now, of those people,
Mhm.
how many of them were AEW grown stars?
2. No, 3. Yeah.
Stars in there, right in the ring. All they did was make them. MJF has always been as good as he.
No.
Swerve Strickland, you got excited because you knew who Swerve was, right?
Well, I knew who Swerve was before he even fucking got to fucking goddamn fucking even WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So, and this is kind of where I'm at with it, is that here's an example of somebody who had no real name. Tiffany Stratton.
Hmm.
Tiffany was a gymnast. No pro wrestling. Now, she's one of their top heel women in the company.
Hmm.
That's one of many, many, many.
Hmm.
You know, that for people who did not have a background but had this happen. You can launch an entire roster. You can look at the entire AEW roster up and down. Up and down. You can name 2. That's Jade Cargill and her little spooky queen herself. Fucking name said it. From the House of Black. Yeah, those are the only 2 you can name that had no indie, none of that. Came in, brought in, made fresh. There you go. And that's since the entirety of the company.
Hmm.
Hey, Eric, what's up, brother?
Hello. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, my man. Or
Are
that I really think
well,
that's
what's funny is I found another one right here that is the top ranked AEW wrestlers of all time. And they ranked them, excuse me, from 1 through 34. And this has me laughing here. Okay.
okay.
Because where some of these people are ranked on this thing. I don't know who did this, but all right. So you got number 1 is Mox, 2 is Omega, 3 Jericho, 4 Adam Page, 5 Phil, 6 MJF, 7 Matt Jackson,
I know who you are, brother.
Yeah. 8, Scorpio Sky. 9 is Pac. 10 is Frankie Kazarian. 11 is Wardlow. 12 is Nick Jackson. Okay, here's a weird question.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, how do you split up the fucking Young Bucks? 1. And 2, Scorpio Sky is really high on this thing, these numbers. I don't know
Well,
why. But that one I don't understand. That one I don't understand.
I don't either, but none of those people you've mentioned so far,
Hmm.
you know, it's like, okay, knew certain people were top end,
Okay.
right? Not a fucking spot. This is where top 10. Like, there's those rankings in general are going to go up and down on perception, how they're booked over the things of that nature, right? You know,
Yeah.
it's like with Ricochet. Dude
Mhm.
was always a highlight reel, no question. Lots of respect on his fucking name. Was
Mhm.
he given all these championships? No. But
Mhm.
whenever they needed somebody to draw eyes to product and attention, that was their man.
Yeah.
Now,
Mhm.
you have to kind of figure, because that's really the psychology that I think there's a reason these companies acquire and let go talent as they're going along.
Okay.
All companies are need basis. Like,
Mhm.
as an example, why did AEW bring in Phil Brooks? Okay.
Because fucking he could. Tony
No.
could.
The CM Punk as a character and as the level of nostalgia he had behind his name, he was a ratings draw at the time when AEW was at its lowest point.
But again, like I said, it was because he could sign him. He gave him what he needed.
He pursued it,
Mhm.
but that doesn't take away with that was a Hail Mary shot. Try to get a guy that had such a huge name to revitalize.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ratings go down again. Who do they
Mhm.
get? Christian Cage. Rating goes down again. Adam Copeland.
Mhm.
You know, and there's a weird ebb and a flow to it that is, I find knee jerk.
Mhm.
Like, if Tony Khan were to die from cocaine overdose tomorrow,
Mhm.
and the book was mine, the first thing I'd do is fire 75% of the talent,
Mhm.
release them, go on, Sally forth, do you. Great.
Mhm.
Then 25% was left would be what I would consider the creative crop from various different backgrounds and different styles of wrestling.
Mhm.
Then I would go out and I would look for athletes, people who were, indie talent. I would send scouts out like William Regal had split into a million. Then I would
Yeah.
take that point, take these people with the talent and properly, retrain them, take a month off, where you can at least tweak some of the early ones, build your roster up to about 35, 40 at most. Cut back shows, and then you start bringing in names people never heard. You give them, the fucking rocket up their ass because you've got nobody at the top,
Okay.
and you go from there.
Yeah.
Like as a fun example, um, Monday night they had this guy Ricky, who's a local talent, because they were playing a little thing where Orton wasn't going to make it. So, Kevin Owens is out there and they're hyping Ricky up, and Ricky didn't get to do a damn because, Orton showed up. So Ricky got a stunner. And, and all he did was sit out there and look great and look ready. That's all he had to do, really. And I tell you what, man, I I had to know more. So I followed him. I learned about it. And all he did was just be cool and be himself. And knowing what I know about him now, I know he is a talented wrestler. He ready. He is definitely somebody we should be seeing on screen. Like he's got it. Just a matter of tempering it,
Hmm.
right? There, like this needs to be considered a hard reboot. I think. I don't
Yeah.
see. We have so many good talent all signed under this company, getting paid a fuck ton of money. Most of them aren't being used. It's literally the same, you know, 8 matches over a year.